Hi guys, Martin here, Man City Fan TV. How are we all doing? So let me see if I can just. No, that isn't going to work. So I'll leave it at this. I'm trying to make sure we've got the backer up. So, breaking news this evening: Manchester City have made their first signing of the summer transfer window. Not that much of a shock, but Ferran Torres is in. So, as you can see, we've got a couple of guests on to discuss it as well as your comments. So, I'll introduce them and then I'll tell you all the details about this signing. So, let's go over to Melbourne. Alan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. It's morning time here, 7 o'clock, so we're out of curfew because, as you know, from 8 o'clock at night to 5 in the morning, it's curfew in Melbourne where no one's allowed outside their houses. So we can go out in the morning now.
So all good. Curfew 24/7.
I know you would. I know you would. I know you would. Good morning to hear the signings arrived, which is good.
Let's go Barcelona, didn't he? Yeah, let's go over to Washington, D.C. Carl.
Hi guys. Good evening, Alan. Or good morning, evening.
Good morning, and good evening to you.
Evening for me.
It's 5. It's 5:15 in the evening Eastern time. So,
Carl, the famous one at the moment. Carl is out and about. He's proper getting around now on the Cheesy's podcast.
On the Cheesy.
Yeah. It's always an honor. I met him last time I was at the Etihad. I met him. We talked, did a quick video. But this was for the Schalke game last year, and it was good to be on. He's a great guy.
Yeah, came across really well, buddy.
Yeah,
so he did really well. Right, so I'm just making sure I've got liquids because with these two, God knows how long we'll be on. We might still be here tomorrow morning. Right, let's just go through it. I'm going to say a few hellos. There's loads on already. We've got Koki Barry says Taru Barry. I don't know what language that is. Do apologise. Theo Tran says hello. Galaxy Apart. Frosty Nut is on. Sorry, mate. Chris Baker is not on this evening. So I do apologise. Sean Fogarty is on. Hi, mate. Flaws says hi all. Kiam is on. Welcome, Ferran. He's not kayaking or swimming with orcas or whatever he's doing now over there. Galaxy Apart, Fulham are moments away. Yes, we'll talk about that a little bit as well. Fulham are currently 2-0 up and looks like they're coming back into the Premier League. Galaxy Apart is on. Evening, buddy. Excuse me. I'm just gonna, these are all about Fulham. Louis Shakes is on. Hello, I'm so happy. Can't wait for next season. Oh, we'll just get rid of that. Galaxy Apart's predicting Burnley, West Brom and Fulham go down. Listen, guys, we're not even finishing this season yet. Before we even talk
He's already predicting for next season.
No, let's forget that at the minute. Tanaka, Martin should be a narrator in a movie with his voice.
Should be.
Thank you.
It should be.
What as? The Lion King? I don't know. David Attenborough? I've been no good at anything else, mate, but thank you very much. Tanaka says, hello, Alan. He's got his own little fan club.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Membership of 1. Alex Wall says, hi, guys.
There we
go. Hello from a stormy Croatia. Great signing, Torres. Hope you got there safely, mate. Tommy's on. Fulham are the most boring team in this bloody world. Can't be bothered with going down to Craven Cottage. Well, if you can get on, Tom, let me know and you can come on here, have a chat with us. More than welcome. Nat Baker, great underrated channel. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Yes, guys, I did say we've gone over 13,000 now. Thank you very much for that.
Well done.
Now we're on our way to 15,000. Foot tips, hi. Foot tips. Little warning. Naughty boy yesterday. I did notice what happened afterwards. Let's be a good boy today. No shout outs. Nat Baker, Martin is the Terminator. I don't know what I'm terminated. Iona Beats. Ferran on a free. Thank you very much, Rags.
Yep.
Well, let's get into it. So Manchester City have announced the signing of Spain under-21 international Ferran Torres from Valencia. Now, it goes on to say he signed in a deal worth £20.87 million, works out about 23 million euros. Pacey Winger did pass a medical in Barcelona today, and the club officials, I think we've included Chica, Soriano, and I can't remember the other guy, the chief exec, I can't remember the guy. Anyway, all three of them were over there today in Barcelona.
Omar Barada.
Omar Barada, there we go. And he completed the formalities on a 5-year deal. He's not expected to join up with the Blues until they return to training next month ahead of the new season, and is ineligible for the Champions League. So anyone who's hoping that we're going to get a sneak peek in the Champions League, he's not eligible, guys. And he goes on to say some quotes. These were direct from the mancity.com website. I'm so happy to be joining City, Torres said. Every player wants to be involved in attacking teams, and Manchester City are one of the most attacking in world football. Goes on to say Pep encourages a really open, aggressive style, which I love, and he is a manager with a proven track record of improving players. To have him overseeing my development is a dream. So, and then it goes on, City have won plenty of trophies in the last 10 years, and I hope I can play a role in continuing that success. Director of football, Cheeky Bergstein, added, we followed Ferran's progress closely, and I've been very impressed. He's still young, still developing, but his technical qualities are exactly what we are looking for in a winger. He is quick, direct, creates space with one movement, and is capable of producing match-winning moments. I feel this is the perfect place for him to develop, and with Pep in charge, he can take his game to the next level. City, it goes on to say, have also lined up a deal for Nathan Ake at Bournemouth. So, guys, let's start with Alan first. What do you make of the signing, buddy?
I think it's a good signing. He's the right sort of age. We signed Leroy at a similar sort of age when he first came. Let's just hope he develops into a decent footballer. He looks good from what I've seen. I've seen only one game live, and obviously the YouTube clips. It looks like he's got potential, and for that kind of money, it's worth a punt. So let's see how he does. And he's quick, which is what I like. He's quick and direct, which most of our players going forward are not very direct. They're more passy type players who pass and move. And someone who's quick can unlock defences that sit on us deep. So it's a good signing in my eyes, and not a lot of money, and that's just the first of many. Just we've got Aki, who comes back off holiday in the next couple of days to sign as well. I'm just wondering if Tiki and Ferran will be allowed back in the country, not to do 14 days quarantine, seeing as they're over in Spain. I wonder. Eh? Yeah.
I've had to do the quarantining, so why can't they? Anyway,
they come round your house tonight. You can stay over there for 14 days. You can talk to them.
No, not a cat and house chance. Well, as you just made a very, very good point there, Alan, that apparently he is a very, very quick guy. But according to Duncan Castles, the great Duncan Castles, who we all know when we look here on the channel, he came out and talked about him not being very quick and how it's a bit of a flop signing. And he spoke to people where one person said this is going to be the worst signing of all time, and blah, 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 blah. And then Kiam, I can't have big stats, so I'm just looking for the tweet. Kiam got some stats up earlier. It was on his Twitter that if you see things changing in the background, guys, Kiam is on just changing things. You will notice that Kiam put a tweet out earlier to show apparently he's got the record for being the second fastest player currently in the league. But Duncan Castle said he's not that quick. So, again, media, again, proved wrong by statistics. So, Carl, what do you think of the signing, buddy?
So, I agree with Alan. He's quick. But I watched the interview he did with Guillaume Balaguer a couple of days ago.
Today as well. Yeah,
I watched the whole thing. And what struck me about this kid is the humility. is the fact that, he still goes to the orchard with his uncle or his father, about the fact that he's somebody who's knows exactly what he wants. He knows his strengths. He can play across the front line. The conversation with Guillaume, you think that the 30-year-old was talking to him, a really mature kid for 20 years old that knows exactly what he wants. And here's a quote on the City website about what Torres said. He says, Pep encourages really open, aggressive style, not this cut him with your left foot BS. Aggressive style. That's go for the ball, take people on, don't be afraid. That's the kind of player that we want. That's who we need right now. We don't need somebody who's going to run up and invert back to his other foot and bring it back in and create chaos. We need a player that's going to take people on. And we need a player who has character, who's humble, who's willing to learn. And this kid's got it. And there's a reason why today the Valencia fans are going really, really crazy with this guy. They're really upset with the fact that he's left because they consider him to be a Phil Foden kind of signing, right? They grew up in the academy. He grew up playing, on both wings. He played for the under-17. He played for the under-19s. He won the championship. He actually played against Phil Foden in the final of that under-17 in India. Yeah. They asked him a question about what he learned from India, and he talked about the fact that he's in a bubble and that there are other parts of the world that are as lucky as him. He's a kid who's really humble. None of this bling, overrated nonsense we're seeing happening right now with $141 million signing across the street. But for £20 million, are you kidding me? I mean, the UEFA fee was 10 million. Wasn't 10 million? For £20 million, who will get that from the 15% from the kid across the city? For me, it's a brilliant signing. And if he fails, £20 million, sell him off next year, a couple of years for 35, 40 million. But he's not going to fail. He's going to do well. I'm looking forward to him.
Well, we're also going on about this. United have paid for him. There's rumours tonight they've hit the wall with Sancho deal.
Well, yeah, I could have told you that.
Not to laugh about that, but I'm just looking at it now. Apparently, there are concerns at the moment. I think it'll get over the line, and I think they'll end up paying for our Ferran Torres.
I mean, Alan, but I want to ask this question. I mean, seriously. I mean, £300,000 a week is the rumored amount, right?
£340,000 a week on a 5-year deal. Listen to this, and it's costing 120 million in 6 instalments that they're looking to pay United. So we'll get 15% of that. I think it's 15 or 20%, which is good for us because that pays for Torres. I'm quite happy with that. For a kid that's got a lot of potential, and he has got a lot of potential, he certainly looks very good. We know him at City, but he left the City under a cloud by not turning up to training for 3 weeks and didn't turn up to the flight to go to America, which, quite right, Pep said, see you later, because no kid should do that. He does cause a few problems. When he's been at Borussia Dortmund, a few disciplinary problems. So perhaps he can share a room with Pogba. They'll get on quite well with causing a few problems, won't they? So
that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, though. Either which way, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, but he is talented. He is. There's no question about it. He is talented. It's a shame he didn't wait around for a few years. But he didn't want to wait. The kid made a choice, and that's his choice.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Sean, for your super sticker, mate, as always. And Lankow put a super chat in earlier on, which I'm trying to find it. Oh, yeah, they put it on from Sunny Croatian. Thank you to Lankow and Sean for their super stickers. They are amazing as normal. What I want to do is I want to give you some quotes from La Liga Sky Sport expert, apparently, Teddy Gibson.
Yes, I heard that.
He said, first and foremost, his value for money. This is about Ferran Torres. It's a buyout clause around 20.9 million. Now, if you do remember, I said yesterday, I think it was, I've slept since, that La Liga clubs love a buyout. They love a buyout clause in La Liga. It's what they do straight away. And even in Germany, they do. It just seems to be the Premier League and English clubs that don't do buyouts. We don't seem to do it. But his buyout was 20.9. For someone going into his last year of his contract for Valencia, it's an epic failure. Terry Gibson's called epic failure by them not to tie him down to a longer deal. because he is worth double that or more. But of course, every player in La Liga has a buyout clause. He plays on either wing, predominantly right-footed, but left foot isn't a weakness either. So a player who can play either foot just tells you how valuable they are, really. He has played behind the front man as well, so he's shown he's adaptable playing as a number 10. No, don't need another number 10. Oh, don't need another number 10. We've got too many problems with that in a minute. He's a fantastic player and has been in the first team for 3 years at just 20 years old.
Yeah.
He'll be playing for Spain very, very soon. That is a certainty. And it's a big thumbs up from me for Torres. I believe they're signing a player who is ready now.
Yeah.
This isn't someone they'll believe it on the bench or in the B team.
Yeah.
He's a potential superstar.
Yeah.
He shows willing and he's always tracking back, working hard, but he's 20 years old and every facet of the game can improve. We'll expect and assume with Pep's history that he does make players better, and I'm sure he'll make Torres a better player. He is cheap as chips. Honestly, for less than 25 million, it is an incredible signing.
Yep.
So that's from Sky Sports La Liga expert Terry Gibson, who talks about how great this kid is over in Spain, which tells you a lot. So, and I read somewhere he's wrapped up I think it's a record appearance for his age in La Liga.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think it's nearly 100 appearances. He's wrapped up already, which for a 20-year-old,
that's good.
He's going to have
a bit different from Castle's opinion.
Well, so I heard
Castle's watch La Liga football.
So on Saturday morning, I was listening to a radio channel, UK radio channel that begins with T and ends with a T. And
no idea what you mean.
Yeah, Terry Gibson was on the show, and I kind of turned it up to listen to about Ferran Torres, and he was effusive. I mean, he was absolutely effusive about this kid. You would think that we just signed Mbappe in his youth, just before he blew out. That's how effusive it was about this kid. I even kind of, and I'm usually optimistic, but when he went on about this kid for 15 minutes, talking to the two presenters, my ears perked up about, wow, that this seems to be a really, really good game. He's an expert in La Liga. He's an expert for Sky Sports, and he came on and talked about how great this kid is, not just in the speed or the dynamism or he can play across the front line, but his attitude, his character, phenomenal. We're looking forward to see him in the blue.
I just cannot wait. What I don't want to do is what City fans are very, very good at the moment. Bring someone in, and if they're not flying within the first 2 months, we're on the back. We need to just relax, calm down. This kid's 20. Yeah. Now, I've heard someone on here said, where is it? There we go. Tanaka. Torres looks humble, and he's got that Cristiano mentality. I don't want to start comparing this guy with a Cristiano Ronaldo or even a Sane. We have to not even. I know we'll do it, but we need to forget Sane now. Move on. This kid is younger than when Sane came in. I think he is, or is he about the same age?
About the same age.
20 million pounds. 20 million quid.
That's a steal.
Name me another guy. Any club goes out and gets a guy with this amount of potential. I may add, it's his only potential right now. Mm-hmm. But we are not signing someone who's going to come in, right now and become a world superstar. I hope he does, but we can't expect that. Please remember, he's only 20. That's the only thing I would say to fans. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, I love this kind of model from the Blues. Going out, young, promising players. Mm-hmm. And I watched the guy on Sky earlier, Carval someone. And he said very good at
guy,
the business. They do it swift, decisively.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now, he may think that. We don't always think that here, actually, as City fans. We're sat here thinking, when's this signing? I've got a feeling the right centre-back's going to be that. That's going to become a saga. That's going to become a saga.
I really hope we don't do the Maguire thing again.
Yes.
When we went on too long over someone who's oohing and ahhing. If he doesn't know now, whether he wants to come or he doesn't want to come, then I don't want someone who's oohing and out. I want someone who said, right, I want to go there.
Yeah.
And let's get the deal done. If the owner's haggling over 10 million here, or we're going to lift the price another 10 million, there are other centre halves out there who can do a very, very good job for City. We've named a few the other night on the Friday night social. You know, people like Diaz and Jose Jimenez, etc. There's a lot out there that City could look at. We've got the money. Remember, we've got the money. Martin was texting me last night when I was going to bed, saying we've got 300 million to spend. That just says everything to me. As long as we get 2 centre halves in before the season starts next year, I'll be very, very happy. Yes, the rest can take care of itself.
Yeah. Okay then. Well, let me ask you this question. Ferran Torres, I'll start with Alan. Where would you play him?
I'd start him on the left and I'd put Sterling on the right.
Mm-hmm. So who are you dropping out the team?
At the moment, Mahrez can sit on the bench. And I'll be up. We could. I know. We could either put Bernardo in the middle or Foden in that position. Them two can compete for the same sort of positions. Yep. I prefer Bernardo in the middle. I'll be honest with you. You know, don't forget David Silva. The first 2.5 years he played at City, played on the right hand side, and then he was moved inside because he's got the ability to do that. What Pep likes is players to rotate positions, like the ex-Barcelona team. They all used to float around everywhere. They used to move around. Players didn't know who they were marking. Yeah. And he wants players who can adapt to that sort of way of playing, where they can move around. So when people say, oh, we've got too many wingers, well, no, because he likes players that can move around. It's dead simple. If they can't do that, they won't fit into Manchester City's system. No way. They've got to be able to be adaptable. So when you're saying there's going to be games where he doesn't play, and there's going to be players when Mahrez plays, and there's going to be games when, you know, he'll play Bernardo out there, and there's going to be games when Foden will play out there. You know, teams that set up against Man City are going to be that confused because they won't know which players will be coming out playing, and then he changes the system. He's very fluid in the way he plays during games. And next year they're talking about using 5 substitutions every game. So you've got to bear that in mind. If things are not going right, he's got the players to change things.
Of course he has. Alan, what do you think?
Carl.
Alan's my middle name.
Because I was looking at Alan, and then, so I do apologise. Carl, on to you, brother.
No, I agree with Carl. I agree with,
you believe? Bro, I'm getting confused. My name is Carl.
Guys, you know we're live.
No, I agree with Alan. I think that he's going to go on the left. I would play him on the left and Sterling on the right. I keep thinking back to the 2017-18 season where we blew everybody apart. And that dynamic front three of Sane, Aguero, Jesus, and Sterling, we need that back. I think Sterling is best. When Sterling is on the right, he's unpredictable. And we need to have that same kind of dynamic on the left-hand side. I think in the middle, I think it's Bernardo versus Phil for the left side.
Yeah.
And then Kevin owns the right. And then Rodri or Gundogan owns the central midfield. But for me, I would play him on the left.
I'll tell you what, though. They're all moaning about Mahrez on the screen now. Mahrez is going to play games. Mahrez is going to play games. Yeah. And now Mahrez can play either on the right hand side or when Kevin has a rest, and he is going to get rests.
Yep.
Mahrez can play that role.
Yep.
Okay. So let's get into everyone's head here. Let's get everyone's head. Mahrez, will play on the right occasionally, and when Kevin decides to have a rest, or Pep decides he's going to rest him for a couple of games, he's a natural replacement. So he's going to get games. So people say, "Oh, why don't you like Mahrez? Why don't you like?" It's not about that. It's a squad game now. Mahrez can't play 38 games a season. No way.
Well,
not the squad we've got.
And Alan, I think to your point, Mara's best position. He's a superstar when he plays that inside right channel. That same place that Kevin plays.
Correct.
When he plays there, he is one of the best in the world.
Correct. Absolutely.
Play him out on the right. Is not.
Video here says Ferran's not signing a replacement. So who's he replacing them?
It could be like we discussed on Friday. There could be someone leaving the club that we don't know about.
I keep coming back to that, and I do think that. I think there's some, because if we go out and we buy another midfielder as well,
I don't think we will.
We are. I know that I agree with you, Cal. Do we need one? But I think Pep wants one.
Pep does want one.
I think Pep is starting to want a box-to-box midfielder.
There is someone at City that's going. No one knows who it is.
Well, we don't know for a fact, but I know there's all these links with Benassa, AC Milan, and the other one was
Felix. You heard of Felix?
No, I'll come on to Felix in a minute.
Okay.
Because that would take me back to my false nine that I talked to you about the other day.
Yeah.
So the Felix rumours, I did tell Mr. Allen over there that Felix I heard about a week ago, and he told me no. And now the news is starting to come out that City are after Felix again. But
cost a fortune,
so the two were Alwar and the guy at AC Milan. Another Algerian player.
But Mark, I mean, are they really better than anybody we have? I don't think so.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think if you look at the Ismail
Benassia,
he looks an amazing box-to-box player. He looks special to me. Now, I think where people have got a judgment on him was he got cast off by Arsenal at a very, very young age. And I think people judged him then of he wasn't good enough. But I personally think he is. But again, who's he replacing? I think Pep's really got this thing in at the minute. I heard a few months back there was going to be an overhaul. And by what's starting to slowly come out is it could be an overhaul. If you remember Pep's quotes, he said 80% of this squad will be here. So that's 20% gone.
Yeah.
And 20%'s a lot. That's 1/5 of the team gone.
Can I ask you a question? How long's Gundogan got on his contract?
That's a good point. Let me check.
That's what I was thinking. Is it going? But all right, is Pep going to sell his golden boy? Is Pep going to sell?
It's like a lot of it's telling me he's making all these signings. All right, no player's going to come to City at the moment unless Pep signs an extension. So he's telling these players he's staying around.
Yeah, he has 3 years left.
Shadow's going for this. I'm calling it Madrid to buy Sterling next summer for 150, or maybe Bernardo Silva to Barcelona.
Gundo has 3 years left. 2023.
If you remember,
it won't be him then.
Gundogan signed a new contract last year and said this was going to be his last big contract.
Yeah.
So if you remember, he was umming and ahhing, wasn't he, about leaving?
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
I think Gundogan's a stayer.
Yeah, he has 3 years left.
It might be what we thought it was because Bernardo's not been happy, has he, since that racism charge?
Carl Buxton says Bernardo to Atletico and money for Felix. I don't think
it's not a bad shout.
I'll take that.
Would Bernardo fit into a Atletico team?
It's very rigid, isn't it? It's very rigid.
I mean, Monaco was he played in a 4-4-2 and he was quite good, but they're more expensive than Atletico.
You've got to be disciplined to play for Atletico. Very disciplined.
I'm going to ask a question. Let's go on to Felix then. The rumours are this false nine is going to be Felix, who we went for 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And apparently the deal was nearly done and we couldn't get it over the line. There was something to do with payment structures and all sorts of things. They wanted 100 million, didn't they? Yeah. And Atletico stumped it up from Benfica for the kid. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't follow La Liga football religiously. I watch it now and again. I've not seen anything from Felix to make me go, he'd do it in a Man City shirt. I'm not gonna. Maybe I'm wrong. I've not seen it.
I'm the same. He's very lightweight as well.
I'm for 100 million because they're going to want the money back. They're going to want their money back for this kid.
So I follow him quite a bit because all weekend. The only thing I'll say about him is I don't think he is in the correct team for the way he plays. Quick one touch off the ball. Atletico is very defensive. It's about being compact, and then the breakout. He's not as quick as, say, Kyle Walker or even the Leroy Sané, but his passing, his movement, his ability to create space is exceptional. You watch him at Benfica, even though Benfica is a Portuguese team, in the Europa League, he was really, really good. He's declined since then. So that may be the only issue. I thought that when Sané was going to go, we were going to sell Sané and get Felix instead, because he can play on both wings and up front as well.
Shadow says, I'd be happy with Felix, but he doesn't seem like a kid that would want to come to England.
Yeah.
So, and I just keep saying that.
It's unlikely. It's unlikely.
It's unlikely.
Too much money. It's too much money. He probably won't. Too much money.
If we work it out, I mean, the 300 million, I'm going to work it as a total of who we bring in as well. I don't think it's a 300 million pound outlay. I think it's 300 million.
They're going to have to spread that over instalments on the future players.
Of course you do. You have
because if it comes out to we're showing that kind of money, you will have UEFA knocking on our door again.
You've got to remember though, Alan, you've got 2 years now. You've got a year's grace with FFP. Now I understand. I understand at the end it's going to be 2 years on the books. They'll just come in 2 years and they'll go, well, look what you've done for the last 2 years. I understand that, but would City need to buy anyone next summer then? Could they do 2 years of spending now and spread it across 2 years?
Talking about throwing bait out for a shark is unbelievable. If we go and spend 300 million, you can imagine what the press are going to say and what our opposition is going to say.
I know, but I don't care anymore what the press say.
I
don't care anymore. I really don't.
We may be this year. We may be the net spend heroes, right? Because right now we have.
I've already.
We've never been before. Our selling policy is bloody awful.
At the moment, we have got a net spend. If Sancho goes to United, we're going to get 15 to 20 million in. So that's Ferran Torres paid for. You spent 41 on Aka. You sold Sané for 50 odd. So we've got a net spend of minus 10 at the moment. So we're minus 2. We're 10 million in the black right now.
All the trophies.
So, hey, listen, we've got the net spend trophy right now. So City right now are plus 10 million in the black before we've even got going.
Yeah.
So I ain't that bothered right now what the papers say and what everyone else. Because Duncan Castle yesterday was telling me that Ferran Torres was no good and he was slow. And then he's come out being the second fastest player in La Liga. What? So I tell you what, idiots.
He's anti-City though. He's anti-City though. Of
course he is. But you have someone like Jonathan Northcroft, who was an amazing one, and Martin Samuel, who are an amazing journalist, who don't have an agenda against City, who talk the truth. So it's a bit, to me, I'm not that bothered what they say anymore. I'm not that bothered because it's not my money. It's not their money. Yeah. I've come to the realisation of City are going to be hated whether we spend money, don't spend money, win trophies or don't win trophies. We're just not liked. I've now come to that conclusion. I don't care anymore. And I know that's probably a bit thing about it, but
no, I think you're right, Martin. I mean, I don't care anymore. I'm just done with it. And it's got to the point where,
as a City fan, sing, we do what we want. We do what we want.
Let's move on. City. OG baby. OG da baby says, actually, you're right. João Felix, he's quitting Spain. Well, those are the rumours over in Spain. Doopy says, do you think Eric Garcia was going to leave to Barcelona?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly.
If I had to put money on it right now, and I'm not a betting man, I would say yes. For the simple reason Andy said. Andy makes this point all the time. He's not a Mancunian. He doesn't owe City anything. It's a job right now. if you've got a chance to go home back to one of the best clubs in the world with one of the richest histories in the world, you're going to go back, aren't you?
Yeah.
Carl, would you?
Oh yeah, it's like Foden being in Barcelona wants to come home. What would you do? Take him. He would go.
Well, I wouldn't do what Zen's saying at the moment.
No, I think no.
300 million on Mbappe.
But the thing about Eric is, do you really think Eric, in the long run, so playing 38 games, would be able to withstand the pressure of the Premier League? 38 games.
I think Eric Garcia reads the game brilliantly. All right, he's a very intelligent lad. You can clearly see that, and he's got tons of potential. I rate him. He's very calm on the ball, which is a typical Pep type player. From what I've heard, is a lot depends if Pep stays or not, and that conversation needs to be happening between Eric Garcia at the end of the season and Pep. If Pep says I'm hanging around for another 2-3 years, you might see Garcia stay because he knows he's going to learn off him. But if Pep's going to go, I think he'll go back to Barcelona in the heartbeat.
Well, Kiam's in this nail on the head here. Castle's podcast said Ake was poor, Torres was poor, and we were guilty of inflating our income even though we played. And that's true because I listened to it. I absolutely listened to it.
This is like kindergarten stuff. It's like kid stuff. It's
Cafe de Casual. The UK media as a whole hate true, of course.
Incredible.
Well, I think Chris has hit the nail on the head here. Garcia will leave for the same reason every player moves, for money.
Yeah, well, Barcelona haven't got any money at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, that's not. They have. They've got £800 million loan. They just got out.
It's not been finalised yet. They applied for it. That's it.
Well, Kiam says if we bought Mbappe for 200 million, we'd see UEFA investigation into our pie sales. Right, guys, please hit the subscribe button. Also, Kiam is the what's the word? Kiam is the light at the end of the tunnel here on Man City Van TV. He brings everyone down to earth with a big bump. Foot tits. What a bargain for Torres. I really hope you're right. Anthony Almer says get Ferran from Real. So we've gone from getting the best striker in the world in Mbappe to you want probably the best centre back in the world in Ferran. I wish we could. I
doubt that's going to happen somehow.
Can we talk about centre backs just a moment? Because I don't. There's so much going on. You hear, Jimenez, Diaz, Koulibaly. Who's that kid? Carlos.
Costa, sorry.
And you hear all these rumors. You're not quite sure what the heck is going on anymore.
I think that from what I can gather, I think they want Koulibaly, but whether they're going to get him or not is fair 50-50. To me, they need to spend some more energy on getting someone who definitely wants to move.
Yeah,
that's the problem. Is they're doing a Maguire again, and if he starts messing about, which he is doing, and so are Napoli, why spend the energy on someone that's going to dick people about? It's beyond me. Yeah, Koulibaly. Badly made. Koulibaly is the number one target. We all know that. But if we're going to end up to start the season without a centre half again, and we've missed out on him again, what's the point? Go and get someone who wants to be at City.
Yeah, I think that's. I'm a fan of Koulibaly, but I think the statement he's made. The statement he's made about Napoli, being there for life, it just doesn't seem like he wants to move. Maybe it's the agent, but
it is.
Maybe his ambition is, maybe he doesn't have that ambition to play in the next level. Champions League right now he's not. He's in Europa League and he's like sixth.
Well, Kevin has made a great point here. Sorry, I'm just the wrong one. Let me bring it up. It says Koulibaly's now done as Napoli need to sell.
True.
Napoli need money.
He's going to leave. He is going to leave because of the guy they bought, Osimhen, they bought for 50 million, and they're losing a couple of folks as well.
And they're
Kev, I'll just ask Kevin, why is he nailed on? Because everything we've heard is he's not nailed on.
I wouldn't say he's nailed on, but they need to sell him. Doesn't matter if Koulibaly wants to stay. They need him out the door. They need money. They've no money. They've finished 7th in the league, so they're not even in Europe, I don't think.
Yeah.
They're Europa League.
So,
they won the cup.
They made the Europa Leagues.
Yeah.
So they need money. They can't bring in players without selling. And Koulibaly's their number one guy. If it's not us, still be a Chelsea. It'll be somebody.
Well, Liverpool are looking at it as well, aren't they?
But
Yeah,
Liverpool
and United are looking as well because they want
Liverpool, United won't, because they're going to splash all the money on Sancho.
Oh, they will. They'll go after him.
Well,
anybody
United got 200, 300 million to spend.
They'll add more debt.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that one.
They'll just add more debt.
Bobby says, "Hi Martin, Alan and Carl, how are you doing? Great signing, Torres, good replacement for Sane." Sean Fogarty thinks that's quiet. BHE FIFA says, "All gone quiet with Skriniar. I would love to have him."
Yeah, he's potential as well. He's a young lad, isn't he?
Yes.
He's a young lad. His potential is good. But the problem with that is, like Martin says, if Garcia decides to stay and we get Skriniar, Garcia will definitely walk out the door because he's never going to get a game.
Yeah.
That's the problem if you sign a 24-year-old. That's the next 7 years closed.
Even how Bellis would walk away immediately.
That's why I said Koulibaly will be the perfect signing, because he's 29, you get 3 years, you allow Taylor Howard, Bellis and Garcia to get better.
Come through.
Yeah. Ruby Toblon, I agree with this. This is spot on from Ruby Toblon.
Yeah, I agree.
We can't afford to waste time on any player like Koulibaly. If they did, they're a mess about. Go move on to somebody else.
Yeah.
Totally.
Just what I just said. Just what I just said.
Yeah.
This is why I
don't mess around.
Now, this is what Sam Lee said. Now, I go on about Sam Lee a lot. I'm not quoting Sam Lee or anything. But Sam Lee did say City this year have took an approach of they're not going to dither about on signings. If we offer something and Napoli wants something else and there's a £5 million difference, they're just going to slap the extra £5 million down. They're going to do what United do, basically. They're not going to mess around over £2 or £3 million anymore. I think the problem is when we go, if Napoli say, "Hey, we 75 million," and we go, "Well, we'll give you 75 million," and they go, "We want 90 million." Then I think City should go.
Well, that's what's happened. That's what's happened.
Bye-bye.
That's what's happened, and City needs to be strong on that.
Well,
He needs to be prepared to walk away.
what about Jan Vertonghen? Too old, and I think
Too
we've got
old.
after for that, mate. With the right centre back, they are looking at a world class top centre back.
Yeah.
This is the Vinny Company replacement. Jan Vertonghen is not a Vinny Company replacement. I'm afraid. Great player.
I'll tell you what, if you're looking for a Vinny Company replacement, Alan and I have a suggestion for you.
From them.
Jose Jimenez.
All day long. I would sign him in a
I
heartbeat.
agree. It's
The Rock.
3 million. I don't think City will spend
Tell
it.
me-
I think in a heartbeat for me.
24, 25. He's a rock.
Yeah.
We're talking about
brilliant.
a proper defender. None of this. A proper defender.
But
In
is
an
that
Atletico side.
CHP's, is that Taylor Howard Bellis closed door then?
He can learn from him.
Yeah, but by the time he gets into the squad, if Jimenez is only 24, 25, you're talking another 5 years. Taylor Howard Bellis will be 24, 25 himself. If we're wanting to get first team football by then.
Rotate. We have a lot of games. We have EFL, FA
But
Cup.
that's where Aki will come in. That's where Aki will come in to rotate them.
Well, no. I reckon if they called someone like Jimenez, Garcia would. That tells me that Garcia's walking.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell you how Bella's coming through. Who will then fit as one of the four.
You should have Taylor Howard Bellis as the fourth and Garcia to walk.
100%.
So are you saying that you'd rather? So if you had a choice out of the two,
At the moment, the conversation that needs to happen is Garcia and Pep. If Garcia decides to walk, I go then straight for Jose Jimenez straight away, immediately, because then Howard Bellis would come in and play in the four. He'd start playing the odd game.
Yeah.
well, Doopy says maybe Stones will stay.
If they need him to stay for another year, they may do. But Stones has got to get his head sorted out. His problem is his head.
Yeah.
His mind is elsewhere at the moment and not concentrating on his football.
There's an analysis about Stones I thought about the other day, and people talk about Stones at Everton versus Stones at City, right?
Read that comment, guys. Sorry, go on, carry on, Carl.
Right. So when Stones was at Everton, they weren't really a possession-based team, so they didn't play out from the back as a natural course of action. They did it once in a while, but it wasn't, every single moment. When you come to City, the expectation is that it's in your veins, it's in your DNA. You actually played like that from a kid, and you're an expert in playing out from the back. And if you have two minds, you will make mistakes. And when you make mistakes, if your head's not strong, guess what? You make mistakes again. That's his problem. That's his problem. It's not a natural, like Ake. Ake plays that from the back. It's natural. It's part of his Dutch upbringing, if you would.
No one's arguing about his ability and his technical ability. Stones, he's got it all day long. That's what's frustrating about him. He's a very, very talented player. What is his concentration? His concentration levels, he wanders, he has a 10-minute mad spell most games he plays. And to be fair, Otamendi does the same.
Yeah.
He has a 10-minute of let's all just dive in at every single person that comes near him. He does it regularly.
Sam Testament says another player in the bench. Who do you mean, Sam? Who do you mean by another player on the bench? Because I don't think Torres will be a bench player.
No.
If it means Torres.
I'm going to be honest with you. All the players up front and midfield will be bench players at some point.
True. Because
they've got that many, they're going to have to rotate. True. And 5 substitutes, they're all going to get games. So if any player starts whinging and spectators say, "Well, he's not in the team," you can't play them every week.
Well,
I don't play them every week.
Alan, to your point, and we start the season on September 12th, I believe, and from September through December or Christmas,
maybe later, because if we go for Champions League, we've got a 30-day respite.
Right. But the point is that every 3 days is the game. Every 3 days for 3 or 4 months straight.
Yeah. You're going to need. There's no way you're going to be able to play the same team week in, week out. Not next season, because you're going to play so many games. And don't forget, players have also got the Euros next year as well.
Sure.
And they've played all the way through. They've all played in the last few months 3 games a week. It's impossible for players are getting injured. Look at Chelsea's injury list at the moment. And they've got a young side.
Yeah, but I think Chelsea are going to be big competitors next year, because they are signing hungry, young, quality players. I've heard a rumor.
They will compete for the league next year. They will compete
for the Nick Pope, aren't they now?
Then?
They're in for Nick Pope now at Burnley, Chelsea.
That wouldn't surprise me. He's a great keeper
tonight. So that's Kai Havertz. They've got the guy young lad from Ziyech from Ajax.
He's a good kid. He's a good kid.
They've got Pulisic, is still only young. They've got Timo Werner. They're looking at Nick Pope. They've got some squad. Them, if they can get it right, Lampard. The only problem is with Chelsea, they haven't got the depth. They might have a great 11. They may have the same problem as Liverpool. A fantastic 11, not a great backup behind them.
That's available for them if they want to get a new keeper.
Apparently, he's going to Celtic.
Is he?
Yeah.
Apparently, he's rumours. But also, and just to confirm, one thing I do want to talk about, I just want to nip onto this very, very quickly, and I'm just going to grab it up for you guys. The UEFA Champions League squad was announced today.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to grab it up. The surprise thing in here is Aguero has been added in.
Absolutely.
Tells me he'll be fit for the next round if they get through.
So now the squad in full, if anyone wants to know, is Edison, Bravo. Now they've said Carson, but I've heard he's gone back. So I'm not sure. But Bazuna, Walker, John Stones, Zinchenko, Laporte, Mendy, Cancelo, Otamendi, Garcia, Gundogan, Rodri, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, David Silva, Fernandinho, Mahrez, Foden, Sterling, Jesus, and Aguero. So left out of the squad are Taylor Howard-Bellis and Tommy Doyle. Howard-Bellis did feature in the squad in the league games. So Taylor Howard-Bellis has been dropped out.
That's okay.
So any
Time's on
surprises there with that, lads?
Yeah, well, that's all right. Howard Bellis can. His time's on his side. He'll have his time.
Yep.
That is a great comment off Kiam. Sorry. I think we should sign Pope as we have Jesus. If that doesn't work, we should pack up. Ruby Toblanda. Koulibaly is, as many have said, world class, but so has City. Any player with the desire to play for the best team should be hopping to join. City have never been held to ransom, and I hope we never will be. Kiam said I'm here all week. Oh, don't. You're going to start thinking he's a comedian.
He does come out with some good tweets, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
Headshot Gaming. Aguero, probably just in case you make the final and he has some miraculous recovery. Well, he is actually. He is training now. He's running as well, so wouldn't be surprised me if he's in there for the next round if we get through. But we'll have to wait and see. Right, guys, is there anything you boys want to say before we wrap up? I just want to say, actually, there's nearly 100 on. Guys, please hit that like button. Please hit that thumbs up. That'd be really, really brilliant. There's 100 on now. Please. And I think we've only got, I'm just going to check on it. We've only got 54 likes and there's 100 on. So half of you...
Don't forget to press the subscribe button. Right. Then you get alerts that we're on.
Like I said, so we went over the
number one priority. Press it.
Our next goal is 15k. Let's get there. Or as Kiam says, the road to 1 million. Sorry, we're just dreaming here as we're going. Guys, anything you want to say before we go into the last few comments?
No, hopefully get Aki this week. That's it. And then we'll go from there. And then it's the big game on at the end of the week.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to discussing the lineup with you guys. This should be interesting. What will Pep do?
That will be on Thursday. I believe the Pep news conference is tomorrow or Thursday, one of the two. I think they come out a bit early for Champions League, don't they?
Yeah.
So it might even be tomorrow. So let's get into comment. Are you guys all right for 5 minutes? And we'll see if anyone's got any questions.
Yeah.
Fire away.
100 on. So what we'll do is, you guys want to ask any questions to Alan or to Carl, as long as they're football related. Alan's not going to tell you his pant size or anything like that. So, Kiam says here, Man City Fan TV, the road to 1 million. 3 days, come on, lads. Is anyone nervous about Friday?
Yes, very. Very nervous.
Is anyone getting more nervous the closer it gets?
Yeah, I'm very edgy. That's it. Very, very, very edgy. I didn't sleep much last night because I was thinking about. I was worried about the left full-back situation. I'll be honest with you, and our defence. It scares me. If we don't have an A game, we're in trouble. Seriously. I had a nightmare last night. I was thinking Otamendi was playing. I was thinking, oh my God, no. Oh God.
Well, I hope we can discuss that because Pep may play him. He may
do. I agree. He may do. He's got a choice of four defenders that are not great to play with Laporte.
Well, Warren Williamson says he needs to get the defence partnership spot on for Friday.
I mean, if it was me, I would do a back three to compensate for. But
yeah. But if you play the back three, you play Stones in the middle.
Yeah.
True.
Because he can come out with the ball. He's got great passing ability.
Yeah.
He really has, and he doesn't have to mark anyone in that middle three.
Shadow says, rumour is Hazard has concern about his ankle and he might not start. He's going to be on the bench.
So.
I'm not very nervous but confident.
The situation with it. Oh, go on.
No, go on. Carry on.
The problem is our back four. Our back four is a problem. You know, we're not solid, and we know we're not solid. Hence why we're trying to get centre halves in. And no matter who Madrid play, they're going to be good going forward. If Hazard's there, so be it. If Hazard's not there, there's still going to be quality.
Yeah.
So we've got to be very careful.
I couldn't play left back at all. The only time I'm playing left back is in the changing room, guys. I've been no good. Sorry. Dupe says my back three is Laporte, Stones, and Fernandinho. Kevin S, who's going to the Silver send-off on Friday. Tell you what, we'll end on that.
Yeah. What time's the meet?
I'll give you my opinion on that yesterday. I don't fully agree with it. Especially in Greater Manchester right now where the lockdown's tightened up.
Yeah, it's not good.
You know, I don't think going out, I would be a very big hypocrite if I went down to that stadium. Not that I'm allowed, I'm not allowed at the moment, but even if I was, I'd be a bit of an hypocrite if I waltzed down when I'm telling Liverpool fans they're wrong, and then we're all swanning down to the Etihad on Friday. It doesn't sit morally right with me that at the moment.
We're all going to get the opportunity to say goodbye to him. He's going to have a game at some point towards the end of the year when everything's hopefully.
If we're allowed back.
If we're allowed back, everyone will get the opportunity. He will be given an opportunity to say goodbye. We all know that.
Carl, what's your opinion on it? I know you talked about it on the Cheesy blog, mate.
I did, and I think my opinion on the Cheesy blog was that I mean, I guess in Manchester currently it's ballooning, COVID-19. I would love to do it for David Silva, but I think that we're still going to get the opportunity to do it again with him when he, next year or the year after. So if I didn't know that the cases were increasing in Manchester, I thought that you guys were on the flat. The curve was decreasing.
It's going up in Greater Manchester.
Yeah. So if that's the case, then I would probably say, don't do it. The other part too is the media, frankly. Don't care about them, but they will spin this every 6 ways from Sunday and make sure that we get negative press on it, even if we win on Friday. So I would just say, just wait until the right time when everybody's back and he can have his testimonial. We'll be out there to support. I will fly down to support.
Yeah, I will fly back as well if he has a testimonial.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what, we'll have a Man City Fan TV meet up, shall we, outside the ground?
I know.
I don't know if I want to meet
I
you.
definitely want to say goodbye. He's my favourite player. He's my favourite player.
I don't know about meeting you in real life, Alan. I'm not sure about that, mate.
I'll meet you in the railway in Droylsden.
That's a Man United pub, mate. I don't even go in there.
I know. Well, my mate goes in there, and we'll have a bit of banter with him.
Right, guys. So, just to remind you all, on Thursday, we are going to do a Thursday night social of a Real Madrid preview. On Friday, as you know, there will be the watch along. I will be with you just after 7:30 on Friday for all the action as City take on Real Madrid in the UEFA Champions League second leg. City currently 2-1 up from the first leg over in Madrid, and we'll have to wait and see. But I will be live with you just after 7:30 with all the team news, all the predictions, some good, great fun and chat with you guys. I'll be with you for a couple, probably 2 or 3 hours as well. And also, I will stay on afterwards. And if anybody wants to come on, no doubt Carl, Alan, and a few others may want to come and join us, whether we're cheering or whether we're going to drown our sorrows out of the UEFA Champions League. Our season might be carrying on. It may be over come 10 o'clock on Friday evening. I hope not. But we'll have to wait and see. But what I want to do is, before I go and say a few goodbyes on the comments, Alan, thank you very much, buddy. I know you got a last-minute call to come and do this, and I appreciate you getting up, getting showered, and getting ready
No
to
problem,
come and do this, buddy. Carl,
Yeah.
you were very late because we only got this Torres news very late, and we wanted to come live with you here on the channel, guys. But Carl, appreciate it as normal, buddy. No doubt I'll speak to you reprobates on Thursday evening. And as soon as the Nathan Aki deal is set, we will be live with you as well here on Man City Fan TV, as we always are. Let's get into some of your last few comments. Remember, guys, if you've not hit that like video, hit the like video. Not hit the like button. Hit that like button, guys. And also hit that subscribe button Make sure your notifications are set to public, not private, so you're notified every time we are live here on Man City Man TV. Shadow wants to know, are you back off to sleep now, Alan?
No, I'm going for a coffee across the road because the cafe's open. And,
Thought you were in lockdown,
mate. Well, no, only 8 o'clock at night to 5 a.m. in the morning. And it's not, it's 8 o'clock in the morning now. So
if you're a vampire, you're spot on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dupe says, good video, good video. Kiam's got it right. Great vlog. Thank you very much. No, I'm only joking. Kevin S says, nice one, chaps. Do a combined 11 of Man City and Real Madrid, Sachin. Good idea. We might do that on Thursday. Might even do that tomorrow, actually. Might do that tomorrow. That might be for tomorrow. A great combined 11. Rubitov, thanks you, Three Blues. As always, greatly appreciated Martin, Alan, and Carl. Not a problem, but thank you for the live stream, lads. Made my evening. Thank you. Carl, you were awesome. I am a big fan, says Doopy. I thought you were a big fan of mine. Don't start jumping allegiance. Doopy's now saying it, he was saying it was me yesterday. I'm hurt now. Thank you for the live stream, lads. I've done that one. See you later, lads. No problem. Great video. Superb. You're welcome, Sean. Again, thank you for the contribution, mate. As Metallica says, hit the likes. Yeah. Thanks, chaps. Love the channel. Come on, City. Yes, guys. It is your channel for the fans, by the fans. Please remember that. We're getting bigger and better for you guys. But that's Alan over in Melbourne. Carl in Washington. Me from some rainy place in Manchester. Have a lovely evening. Ferran Torres has signed for Manchester City. One in the door. Let's see who's next. More likely to be
one of many, we hope. One of many.
I said 6. 5 to go if you believe in me. But we'll see you guys later. Take care. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Make sure your notifications set to public so you are notified every time we are live with you guys. And as always, up the Blues. Good night, guys.